'tis this season, and what better movie to watch during the run to Christmas than one of my personal favourites, Home Alone. This Christmas classic is enjoyed by many families to mark the holiday seasons. Growing up, it was a funny haha movie about some robbers getting their just desserts. But as I got older, I started asking the same question everyone else did. How did they actually survive that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, that is what we're going to answer today. And when you really look at it, and you look at the clues, it's actually pretty simple of how they actually survived this. They're mutants. More specifically for Marv, a Wolverine. Or a Wolverine variant. No, don't click away just yet. I'm not insane. You have to trust me. There are some key events that I'm going to go over today to prove to you that Marv merchants... That even sounds like something out of a comic book. It sounds like a Stan Lee naming convention or something. I'm going to prove to you that Marv Merchants is a Wolverine, or a Wolverine variant at least. Now, for this, I'm just going to focus on Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2, since the Wet Bandits don't appear in Home Alone 3, and Home Alone 4 was kind of trash, let's be honest. Now, Marv has two main qualities that he shares with Wolverine. And the first one is... one of our Wolfie's main features is his skeleton being made entirely from adamantium, a near indestructible alloy which gives him insane durability and... oh my. I think it goes without saying that Marv has some insane durability, even to the point of being able to shrug off 4 headshots of bricks thrown at him from several stories up. That should kill a man, but it doesn't because his bones are made of metal. You want more proof? Fine. Have a listen to the sound of when this metal BB hits Marv in the forehead. Did you hear that? Now, why would a BB make such a distinct ping noise? It's almost as if it was bouncing off metal. But Lupus, what if they added that sound effect in post to emphasize the BB, you may say? Okay. Well, let's listen to what sound it makes when Harry gets shot.
The door!
No ping there. Let's also look at this scene where Marv gets hit in the head with an iron. Having to read that out loud really just drives home the fact that Kevin was straight up trying to murder these two. Like, calling the police must have been an afterthought when he realized they were unkillable. Let's look at this scene where Marv gets hit in the head with an iron, and let's really listen to the sound that plays when it hits him. I mean, the sound speaks for itself. I tested this, and I promise you, irons don't make that noise when you hit someone with them. One of the downsides of having a metal literally grafted into your bones is the weight. Wolverine, canonically, weighs 300 pounds, or 136.8 kilograms, and being a short king, only stands at 5'3". Daniel Stern plays Marv in the movies, and he stands at 6'3", meaning that if he did have an adamantium skeleton, he would probably weigh a bit more. Now, if only there was a case of Marv being shown to weigh much more than a regular human. If only there was a scene where he was directly compared to the weight of his partner oh wait. I mean, look at the airtime on that man. Remember, Marverine is 6'3". That's, 1.92 meters. And Harry shows no signs of slowing down when he reaches his height. The actor who plays Harry weighs around 5.8 kilograms and travels Marv's height in 12 frames. Standard movie frame rate is 24 frames a second, which means Harry was traveling at a speed of 3.84 meters a second, or 13.8 kilometers a second, or 8.5 miles an hour. Which doesn't seem that fast, but look how little effort Marv puts into it. Imagine if he actually put some swaz on it. He could probably save SpaceX some money or something as a launch pad if he was a trapeze artist. If my experience with toasters has taught me anything, it's that metal and electricity do not mix well. And I'd imagine having a skeleton made out of a conductive metal would render someone quite vulnerable to shocks. There seems to be some debate in the X-Men fandom about whether adamantium, and by extension Wolverine, is conductive. But at the risk of pissing off some die-hard fans, I'm gonna say having metal in your bones would make you vulnerable to electricity. Know who else is apparently super vulnerable to electricity? Yeah, you already know. Now, those of you with keen eyes would probably notice that his skeleton is not in fact made out of metal, and to you I say, shh. I mean, there's actually quite a bit wrong with this, like, why does his skin and organs disappear but his skeleton and clothes stay? And why does he look exactly like a spooky Bob Ross in this frame? Mysteries for another video.
I thought you were dead.
My death was greatly exaggerated. So, you're the punk I've heard about.
Arguably, Wolverine's second biggest trait is his ability to regenerate damage sustained. Now, we see time and time again how insane this is. In one of the movies, he's literally hit by a nuclear bomb, and he just more or less shrugs it off. Now, I'll admit, it's pretty easy to draw parallels between Wolverine regenerating and Marv seamlessly taking no long-lasting damage between the two movies, or even scenes for that matter. But there are some key points I want to address to lend more weight to my little theory. Despite being hit in the head with an iron, beaten with a crowbar, shot in the head, impaled on a nail, and hit in the head with a snow shovel, Marv shows no real signs of any of these injuries in the next movie. Except for maybe lower brain function. I don't know if you noticed, but between the two movies he kind of just gets really dumb. So there's that. What's even more damning is that scars have been shown to exist in these movies. Harry has the brand of the McAllister's doorknob on his hand. Injuries do carry over, but not for Marv? I wonder why that could be. Now, point number B, for the healing factor side of things, is we actually see it happen. We literally see Marv regenerate. And I'm not making this up. Look at these two scenes in Home Alone 2 and tell me that this man is not self-healing and clicking himself together like something out of Deadpool.
Wow.
What more do you need, people? This is irrefutable proof that Marv Merchants has some kind of insane healing factor. So, in conclusion, I present to you my week-long obsession, my magnum opus. Wolverine once said, "Nature made me a freak, man made me a weapon." Well, nature made Marv a freak, and Kevin made him a weapon. Oh, you're still not convinced? Alright. Thank you, and good night. Should I do a mic drop? Should